been on my mind. Fuck it, time to grind. Love my brothers always down the ride. All my niggas slide. Heard some niggas talking through the vine. Tried to come for slime. Niggas playing gangster in their mind. Turn this Columbine. Fuck them niggas, all I had to say. Keep my niggas safe. Put my hands together while I pray. Guard us from the snakes. Keep them fuck niggas out the way. Niggas moving waste. Damn, his talents really went to waste. This nigga been replaced. Watch me roll a blunt with like an eighth. Got me feeling great. Feel like Wiz. I be getting baked like it's Taylor gang. Crazy cause he used to be the gang. If we using slang, think this nigga probably went insane. He used to do the cane. Paradise falls, fuck them all. It's our time to ball. I'ma need the paper like I ball. Make that money long. Smoke a couple rappers like some strong. Put them in a song. Fuck, I look like beefing with a pawn. I'm a fucking god. Paradise falls, fuck them all. It's our time to ball. I'ma need the paper like I ball. Make that money long. Smoke a couple rappers like some strong. Put them in a song. Fuck, I look like beefing with a pawn. I'm a fucking god. I'm in God's image. I'm just using what's been God given. Music been the mission. I just simply follow God's vision. Half these niggas tripping. See arenas like I'm Scottie Pippen. All these niggas tripping. Niggas talking that got Scotty tripping. Bitch, I been the GOAT. Yeah, you know. Fuck is wrong with folks. Dissing on the folks. He a joke. I can't fuck with bro. Niggas going broke. They been broke. They don't want no smoke. Thumb slashing right across the throat. Niggas gotta go. Paradise falls. Fuck them all. It's our time to ball. I'ma need the paper like I ball. Make that money long. Smoke a couple rappers like some strong. Put them in a song. Fuck, I look like beefing with a pawn. I'm a fucking god. Paradise falls. Fuck them all. It's our time to ball. I'ma need the paper like I ball. Make that money long. Smoke a couple rappers like some strong. Put them in a song. Fuck, I look like beefing with a pawn. I'm a fucking god.
Hello friends, welcome back to Saturday Evenings Posted Mostly Special Edition with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308, and we are here with Dre King, a rapper out of Henrico, whose music we have been listening to on the DJTS 1308 Twitch DJ stream. Let's make sure you can hear me there, Dre. Oh, I think. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold on. I am having technical difficulties. That... Okay, really? I'm sorry. Let's see if we can hear you there. Man. Gosh darn it. I apologize, everyone. It wouldn't be... It wouldn't be it wouldn't be live Twitch if I didn't have an issue. Okay. All right. I have audio set where I can hear you. I'm not sure Twitch can hear you at the moment. I am very sorry about that. Yeah, Crystal says, are you really a streamer with no issues? Exactly. All right. I am gonna have to do something real quick. And as soon as I do, we should be able to hear you on stream. Mm. Oh, man. At least it's better than this morning when stream was just absolutely when stream was absolutely huh? I'm sorry, what? Yeah, when Twitch was really tweaking on me this morning and I couldn't even finish my interview. Okay, hold on. That's what I want. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. That should have worked. All right. Let's see if that's working.
You know what I mean? We locked in.
I think I hear you. I think I see you on the Discord. I think I hear you. I still hear you there. Crystal, did you hear Dre King?
Let me know what's up, Crystal D. Can you hear me?
Oh, I definitely see. I definitely see it working on the thing. So, all right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not know I was gonna have this level of issues, but I think we are ready to go. So, first off, let's why don't you first off, let me do the ad read. Man, I got issues going on before I even got to my ad read. This show is brought to you in association with The Hidden Leaf and Sky Mall VA Smoking Lounge, downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, 105 West Main Street. A great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds. A bud, and the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the... Oh, wait. No. Also, our other sponsors are Kush Gang Snacks, findable on Instagram at KGSnacks434, as well as Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z. That's Firehouse Organics, findable on Instagram at Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z. As well as our newest sponsor, Dope Ash Teas, findable at Sky Mall VA Smoking Lounge. And I still haven't come up with a tagline for the Dope Ash drinkables, but I'll get there. So, now, Dre King, why don't you introduce us to yourself, or introduce yourself to us? Give what names you go by. Quickly plug your social medias, and we will get down to the interview.
Yeah. So my name is Dre King. I'm a hip hop slash R&B artist out of Richmond, Virginia. You can find me on Instagram at Prosecco Poppy. You can find me on Twitter at Dre King Music, literally at Dre King Music. Same name on YouTube, same name on TikTok, and so you can find me pretty much everywhere. I got music on Spotify, Apple Music. Just search up Dre King. YouTube as well. And yeah, you know,
Yep. You're on all the music streaming platforms, aren't you?
yeah, I'm on all music streaming platforms. Yeah, everywhere, even down to Amazon Music and stuff like that. So yeah, literally anywhere you listen to your music at, you stream your music, you can find me.
Um, and like I said, we'd been playing some of your music on the DJ streams. So out of out of Richmond, what what part of Richmond are you coming out of? As if I didn't know, I'd listened to enough of your music to hear you call out Henrico a few times.
Yeah, so I'm coming out of North Side, Richmond. You know what I mean? I went to Henrico High School. You know what I mean? Grew up in the North Side. Um, and yeah, man, shit. But I lived all over the four, for real, for real. Like I
Okay.
lived in the North Side, I lived in the South Side, I lived in the East and West End. So literally, I've been all over Richmond. Like it's not. I call the North Side home because that's where I grew up. But there's no one specific place for me.
Okay. Okay. You are of all of Richmond, not just North Side.
Yeah, I rep the whole four, man.
Rep the whole forum.
Thanks.
So we were before we got started, we were discussing briefly about what the chronological order of your albums and what your which albums you did most recently, what some of your older stuff was.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I like at the very least I like the name Rides Through the Uncommonwealth, but I actually also a few songs through there. But you're saying that's one of your older albums that you've moved on from there.
Well, I go back and revisit it every now and then, but yeah, I would say not necessarily moved on, but I've grown. I've grown just as a musician. I've grown as an artist. I've grown as a rapper, a singer, an engineer, and like mixing my own music and stuff like that. It's
So
like Oh, go ahead.
are you engineering most of your own music? Are you doing a lot of the mixing stuff?
Yeah, I do a lot of it myself. To be honest, I got my own studio right upstairs in the crib. However, whenever I don't do my own engineering or I don't do my own studio work, I only go to Good People's in Richmond. That's the only studio I rock with for real.
Good Peoples in Richmond.
Yeah, they do
Okay.
quality work in there. Shout out the engineers and Good People. Shout out Good People Studio.
Shout out Good People Studio in Richmond, Virginia. I mean, yes, they do great work. You also do great work. There it is. We have enjoyed every song of yours that we've heard so far. So
Hey man, I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate that love for real, man.
you know, thank you. It's been it's been a lot of fun going through your catalog. What came after Rods Through the Uncommonwealth? You were saying that was your first like album. That was your first
Yeah.
real album experience. Actually, let's ask that question. What was it like working on your first album? Like how was that? Did it did it meet your expectations? Was it not at all what you expected? Uh was it yeah, what was your experience there?
It was to be honest, it was a weird time. This because I was not only trying to find my way. as an adult or like as a young adult, but I was also trying to find my way in like I guess music. You know what I mean? Like I was trying to like kind of curate or like cultivate my own sound.
Uh huh.
Um, and like I was also like battling with like at that early when you were in your early 20s, you losing friends here and there. Shit at that point in time, I'll be open. I was battling back and forth between homelessness and a couple of other things. So there was a lot going on during the creation of that body of music. And the reason I say it was weird is because like it fit the expectations that I had at the time, but I knew I could do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like cuz like I said, the creation was chaos and to a degree. Sometimes I'm recording songs in the studio, sometimes I'm recording songs in my friend's back shed, sometimes I'm recording songs in the fucking car. You know what I mean? Like so it's literally like the creation of that album was chaos, and in terms of like because my life was chaos, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
in terms of like did it meet my expectations? Like yeah, I feel like it came out honestly good, and it came across like it got what I was trying to get across at the time across was like you know what I mean? Like
It
but
told
I
the story
also
you were trying to tell.
yeah, and like I just knew that like this is a good basis, but I can do better if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I know exactly what you mean. I yeah, I struggle with that. I everything I make, I go, oh man, I like this, but I can do better.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think that's part of the curse of being a creator to some degree. Like, there's a bit of
yeah,
perfectionist in us all. You know what I mean? Like we all have that to some degree with our craft. If you're really taking your craft serious, you know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah. Um,
like but when it came down to it, it's like I felt like I could do better because I just knew I created that album in such
in
like
such
non-perfect.
chaos,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just not like yeah,
the
exactly. Like
circumstances were not ideal for creating an album, for
yeah,
creating any cohesive body of work.
100%.
Okay. Where did you move on to from there? What was the next what w- what was the next real turn in your music making career
So
after
um,
that?
I think the turn of my career was my third attempt at making an album. And it's titled "Keep the Family Close," but I can't speak about that album without mentioning the album that comes in between.
Mm,
The second, and it's titled "In Due Time." And even though that album doesn't necessarily have, I guess, like some of my biggest or my best songs or things of that nature, it's just along that era, like that era in the time of me making that body of music is when I figured out that like everything literally in life will come in due time. You know what I mean? Like you can't
mm-hmm.
try to force or make anything on your own timeline. You can't try to force or keep anything in like it's literally in due time. You know what I mean? You can't you things gonna come around, things gonna fall down. Like you
You've
just gotta
got
make the
to
best of
you got to
it.
put
You
the
know what I mean?
grind in. You got to put the grind in to get the reward.
Exactly that. So like yeah, I figured that out like in the process of making the second body of music, and I think I put everything together and like became who I eventually am, like or became then who I eventually be. Blah, blah. I eventually became who I am now during the project of Keep the Family Close, if that makes sense. Like that was when I put everything together, and I feel like I made a actual, real cohesive body of music that didn't favor another rapper, or you know what I mean. Like I had the most ideal circumstances I could have. I had lived enough life and had enough stuff to talk about. You know what I mean. Like these type
Mm-hmm.
of issues that typically go into when you're creating a body of music that's gonna be 12 to 15 songs, you know what I mean? Like I felt like I had got it right then, or I figured out at least a formula that worked for me then,
Okay.
and kind of kind of stuck to it, you know what I mean, for the most part. I've been experimental with the songs, but that was when I figured out who I was as an artist, I guess. Keep the family close.
Okay. And I mean, trite question, but who are you as an artist? Let me clarify that question a little, I guess. I mean, it can be as open-ended as you would like, but first off, how would you describe your music? But secondly, what is it you're trying to say? Well, obviously not with, your whole body of work is large enough that you're probably trying to say several different things. But let's start with Keep the Family Close. What are you trying to say with that album?
Oh, so yeah, the like so the title came amongst I had lost a close friend. Like me and a friend that went through some bullshit involving a woman. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I lost a close friend because of that, and I was in the midst of trying. At the time, I was trying to repair a relationship with my mother and my father and my family. You know what I mean? I had done some stuff years ago that wasn't the most sightly things. You know what I mean? And I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
midst of repair that. I'm trying to repair a relationship with my friend. You know what I mean? I'm also like never been closer at this current moment in time because like I'm just coming out of a lot of things, like, you know what I mean, I'm finally getting money back in my pocket. I'm finally starting to find my footing in music. I'm starting to build a real fan base at this time. So I'm doing all these things with three of the people who are still my closest friends to this day, you know what I mean? So it's just all like literally family based in that album. When you go through and you listen to the album and you hear a song like Chalk It to the Game, where you hear a song like a beautiful distraction, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, you just see how uh like not only am I trying to keep my literal family close, I'm trying to keep the people I view as my brothers and everybody else close together too, because you never know when you might lose somebody, you know what I mean, you never know when, so you might lose a friend, whether it be through they pass, I'll fall out over some bullshit and y'all never be able to fix it, or never, or it ends on unfixable terms. You know what I mean? You like, you take your relationship with your parents and your other family for granted. You take relationships with the woman you might be involved with at the time for granted. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just all it was a lot that went into that album, but it really was just, the entire premise was I'm trying to keep the family close, like, as a whole.
Uh, I think now would be a good moment to listen to Chalk It to the Game. Uh, and we'll come back and discuss a little bit more about Keep the Family Close and about uh, how making albums has been for you.
All right, man, let's get it.
All right. Um, let's do some quick audio switch over so that you can hear it.
It's hot as a bitch in the booth, man. Real shit. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, look. chalk it to the game. I just see the tally marks as lines full of pain. Thinking to myself, am I the villain in my pain? But I can't lose focus on this shit, I got the game. Please understand that I never mean harm. Sometimes it's hard for me to keep strong. I still have my best friend if I stay strong. Now I done lost him for forever and the peace gone. Whole lot of others could naturally say the peace gone. But I ain't tripping, I hit the pen with the page. I'm only 27, I'm overacting my age. Stylish get me fresh with kicks like Johnny Cage. I put it on the line, you niggas playing it safe, man. You don't wanna see if I ever get in a rage. You know what happened at the zoo when the lion break out a cage. This what happened when you king and you know you deserve the praise. But I ain't never feeling bitter, I'm quick to stay in my lane. All you niggas need a crutch like walking without a cane. All my niggas coming too and I know we gon' run the game. Drive a couple niggas jealous, I know they do it for fame. These real nigga goals, it's bigger than wanting fame. Gotta take a couple trips and put the family on the plane. Let the hating niggas hate, we bound to drive them insane. Let the hating niggas hate, we bound to drive them insane. Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk it to the game, game. Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk.
When it get down bad, I don't rank, ain't drag. I ripped it out my bag, I'm forced to switch it up. I'm running up on cash, the double back to the bash. To get my people the bag, no time for fucking up. Just trying to get it right. A mattress on the floor, it's me and E just living life. A new crib, we still roll. Every jank coming to the house, already know we gon' get it regardless of how it flows. In and out, being these for the low, and I got more. A list of removals for 24, they be gone by the 4th. I believe in the force, a cyclical nature of real divorce. We separate for the good by choice. If signing the papers could be a voice, a decision between the noise. I feel it sink to the bottom like anchor shield. No weapon can prosper, that's from the wheel. I'm only gon' hang if you from the field, fulfilling my image still unfulfilled. I'm thumbing through death like I'm Uncle Phil. Peter Piper picked up pepper or pills. Popped it, never read what was on the seal. I focus too much on dropping my kill. Shutter's gon' bust it, that's on my meal. We coming for your pockets, they acting real. Better than what it was and what it is. Dreaming of futures for all my kids. My section of city where I had lived. Naturally better future for all my kin. I can make it up, I'm trying to rake it up. I'm trying to kick it up, it ain't no faking us. That's all I got.
Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk it to the game, game. Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk it to the game, game. Just chalk it to the game. Just chalk.
All right, that was Chalk It to the Game. And that was featuring
Lo-Fi Leon, man.
Lo-Fi Leon, featuring Lo-Fi Leon. I'm looking at that, I'm going to mess that up. There's too many L's in one. Although, okay, so you said that this was you were saying that this album was sort of your first one on your own, like where you really did it.
I just felt like this was the first album I got right, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like, yeah, I just feel like it was the first time like I put together a body of music, and I felt like, you know, this could stand against, like, you know, people in the industry, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? I felt like finally I put together, and I did it independently. Like I felt like I put together. I believe I released this album in December of 2021. So
okay,
I felt like when it came out, and I listened, I like kind of compared a lot of the albums that came out that year, and I felt like yo, I feel like this could stand up with a lot of these. Especially had I had you know what I mean, had I been signed or had I had label help or whatever, you know what I mean. And it was not necessarily like campaigning for that, but it was one of those things where it's like, yo, I feel accomplished by that, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is a solid body of music that could stand up with the industry, and you did it on your own, you know what I mean.
Right. And you know, while it's nice to have high unit sales and be, you know, have that platinum disc on your wall, and, you know, have the have the appreciation of the public, a lot of why you're making music is for yourself, to say the
100.
things that you want to say. And so when you've made a body of work that you feel did what you wanted to and is up to the quality and standard of the industry, that I feel like that's a moment when you also feel like, I mean, I still want the audience, but I don't feel the need to try and grind the audience
Yeah,
out.
I get what you mean. Like it's almost like a self-validating moment. And it
Yeah.
was like 100%. I think that's why I hold this body of music in such high regard. Like like honestly, other than this body of work that I'm getting ready to put out here in November, I don't think I still don't believe that I've put out anything above this. Like I think Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here was close, but this is still I still feel like my best work until November 27th. Then the world to see my work,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Hey, Chris in the 386. Good to see you here. Thank you for being here. Um, so, well, okay. I have one more question about Keep the Family Close, and it's really, it really spans all your albums. But I've noticed you get a lot of people. You get a lot of people to work with you. You got a lot of features, and they're all really talented. Where are you finding this talent?
I'm
And
gonna tell
who do
you
you
the truth.
really enjoy working with? Like, who has been a special treat to work with?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like I got a lot of features, but most of these people that you see me working with or like that I work with are literally my friends, bro. I've known these guys since high school, you know what I mean, or maybe even some before. So it's not like I'm going out and like there's a lot of talented people in Richmond. Don't get it twisted, you know what I mean. But I'm a very antisocial person at my core, So like I work with no for real. So
No,
I
I
work
met you.
with
I've
like
met
you know
you.
what I mean, like yeah, true. So like what I mean, I work with like the people I'm close to, the people I'm close with, and
You
all
keep
these
the
guys.
family close.
Yeah, exactly that. If you look at that album, that's also part of why I named it that because
Yeah.
literally every person on that album is somebody I've known since I was 12, 13, 15, 16 years old. You know what I mean?
And I've
So
seen
to
them
me,
show
they're
up on other albums.
exactly. So to me, they're more than just friends. These are like literal brothers. You know what I mean? Like literal
Mm-hmm.
family. But as far as like if I had to pick out of all of those guys
Oh,
specifically that I like to work the most with,
when you put it
uh,
that way, no, you don't gotta pick. I when you
um,
put it like that, I'm not gonna be the one responsible for making you make that choice.
nah. It's none of that. It's none of that. They know it's no hard feelings. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I like to work with all my bros on different things because they all come with different vibes. You know what I mean? And I
Mm-hmm.
like to try to be the chameleon that can fit with all of them. You know what I mean? Like I want to fit over here sometimes with a lo-fi Leon, or sometimes I want to be able to fit in the lane with a Sky with two eyes, or a Rasul. You know what I mean? He's gonna go on his boom bap, or he's gonna be on his
Mm-hmm.
lyrical shit, and I want to be rap and keep up with that, or I want to be able to come cultivate some young vibes with a Samurai Sid, or you know what I mean. So it's just one of
Uh-huh.
those things where it's like I kind of pride myself on being able to match vibes no matter what. So like I don't necessarily think about who I would like, you know what I mean, want to work with the most or work with the most, but I kind of feel like I end up working with Rasul the most just because of
Okay.
proximity. I feel like we were always around each other, or before I moved away, like me and him were always together more. And hell, even now, like I feel like I like maybe like 2 weeks ago, I just sent this man like 5 or 6 songs. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Okay.
it's like I don't know. I
So
just feel like me and him
we
work.
gonna see a return of Rasul on the new album?
Uh, I don't know, man. Real gangsters are romantic. It's the playlist is kind of. I feel like it's kind of sad. I know I've said that 2 or 3 times, but we made it to 15 songs now, and I think I want to kind of keep it at 15 songs. I don't
Okay.
want to go over. I don't want to do anything, and I don't have any features on it as of right now. But we got till November, so you know what I
Right.
mean. Between now and November 25th,
It
you
could
know
be
what I
a
mean. So,
24 song
you know
album.
what I
Could
mean?
be a 24
Yeah,
track album.
it very well could be. You know what I mean. Especially if some certain person keep putting a battery in my back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. So uh that brings me to, how would you describe your style? And I'm gonna throw a word out and let's see if you think that fits. I would say your style is versatile.
Yeah, that I can see that. Um, I actually would. I appreciate that. I take that as a very great compliment. Um, because like I just said, I kind of pride myself on ability to be versatile. Bro, my style comes from, I guess, just like a hodgepodge of my favorite musicians. You know what I mean? Like I try to put some Drake in there. I try to put some J. Cole in there. I try to put some Travis Scott in there. I try to put a little T Pain in there. I try to put a little, like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm really in my singing bag, I shit, man. I try to put a little. Damn, what I'm missing the name at the moment, but like it's just like yeah, bro. It's basically a combination of a lot of my favorite artists. You know what I mean? Like that's like kind of help cultivate the sound that I've cultivated. You know what I mean? Like that's why like I felt Keep the Family Close was also a part of when I finally got it right because I felt like Keep the Family Close didn't sound like anybody else. I felt like my first album sounded like I was trying to make a Drake album. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like it sounded
yeah.
a Drake impression almost. You know what I mean? Like
Yup.
then I felt like my album sounded like I was trying like it sounded as if not only was I trying to get away from the Drake impression, but I was melding. You could tell I was trying to meld other artists into it, if that makes sense. I Keep the Family Close is when I felt like, no, this is just nobody sounds like this. This is you. You know what I mean? Like
It's
this
when
is
you found
who
your
you're
voice.
yeah, exactly. Like this is gonna be who you're gonna be going forward as an artist, as a rapper, singer, musician, whatever you're doing on any song you're on. And for real, to be honest, it's also when I just became confident in what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like that's just what I've like kind of felt like, yo, son, this is my shit. Like man, I run this. Like I could do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so it's one of the things where it's like that too. Like
Okay. I get that. Um, let's see. Let's see if I have any more questions about Keep the Family Close. Um, no, I think I'm good on that one. Uh, what what's the next album after that you did? What was the next one?
I dropped two mixtapes in between my next album. I dropped a project named Dark. It's 8 songs,
Oh yeah, we listened to all of that.
and then I dropped another mixtape um titled Don't Regret Shit Now. And then
We
I dropped
listened
the
to
album.
most of that.
Yeah, so those were the two next two bodies of music I dropped following Keep the Family Close. And I wouldn't necessarily consider those albums. I would consider those mixtapes. They
Okay.
were just, one's 8 songs, one's 10 songs.
Well,
And if I'm being honest with you, Dark is all throwaway songs from the Keep the Family Close era, if that makes
oh,
sense.
huh.
Yeah, so like a lot, yeah.
It's
So a
it's
lot of songs,
interesting. I
yeah.
kind
So
of
a lot
thought
of
it had
songs,
its own theme.
well, it did, like, but so all right, I shouldn't say all 8 songs. I think Goat Talk, that was a song I created for the project.
Okay.
Um Eddie Gordo, that was a song I
Oh,
created for
that was fun. That song was a
and
lot of fun.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I like Eddie Gordo.
Yeah.
I need to go back and revisit Dark. I haven't revisited it now that I think about it. But
Uh,
I know One and Done, 250, like those were songs that I was experimenting with putting on, keep the family close, but I kind of just decided against.
okay. Okay, I can see that. Let's go ahead and listen to Eddie Gordo. Let's go ahead and listen to that real
Yeah,
quick so
I heard
that
that a lot.
everybody can see why I'm smiling like this. That that song was that was fun. All right, let me do the quick switch over.
Oh yeah, brother, hell yeah.
Yeah. Blunt smoke hit my eyes as I stare at the screen. You see, I overlook these niggas, I'm reigning supreme. I'm on some shit like Tom Ford, I ain't rocking Supreme. It's like I'm Giannis, nigga, I'm the new face of the league. Still ain't hit my full potential, how great I could be. Soon they'll probably see my face on some hoodies and tees. It's all in-house, my nigga, from me and my queen. It's like I'm praying money now if I keep it a bean. Now I call it a clean sweep, you niggas sit in the cheap seats. Barely fucking see us, yeah, you niggas in the nosebleeds. I'm breaking down the piffy and watching my nigga Kobe. Let a nigga know there ain't no one left that could hold me. I broke it down before and here I say it again. These niggas cannot compare my focus on seeing M's. I just wanna see them double and then they double again. This shit smooth like Prosecco, I take a shot for the win. Me, I'm focused on more dough and challenges that I forego. My music like the rainbow, you niggas needing more flows. Sneakers like the rainbow, kicks like Eddie Gordo. I told them I'm immortal, I'm forever, that's for sure though. Me, I'm focused on more dough and challenges that I forego. My music like the rainbow, you niggas needing more flows. Sneakers like the rainbow, kicks like Eddie Gordo. I told them I'm immortal. Yeah. This nigga signed a deal and they put his ass on the shelf. My plan forever been to make this shit jump off the shelf. They try to take it out on us cause they mad at themselves. That shit don't really bother me cause I keep to myself. These niggas happy doing nothing, I got bigger goals. It's like you niggas only rapping to impress the hoes. Press the button, I'm a legend, that shit set in stone. I could seal your whole fate with a kiss and a rose. Speaking of kiss, this verse is the kiss of death. Move the pen like the sight if niggas get me upset. I can show you the way, you niggas follow my steps. That's why I'm good with everybody, they know I put in the reps. Checking for nobody, I only check for a check. Doing it for the family and making sure that we set. Niggas say that they see me, I wanna see my respect. Guarantee when I arrive, I got a foot on they neck. Yeah. Me, I'm focused on more dough and challenges that I forego. My music like the rainbow, you niggas needing more flows. Sneakers like the rainbow, kicks like Eddie Gordo. I told them I'm immortal, I'm forever, that's for sure though. Me, I'm focused on more dough and challenges that I forego. My music like the rainbow, you niggas needing more flows. Sneakers like the rainbow, kicks like Eddie Gordo. I told them I'm immortal. Yeah.
All right, that was Eddie Gordo from the Dark EP, and that was a lot of fun, wasn't that? That was
Yeah, yo. Yeah, man. Like I said, so that was a mix of a few throwaway songs, a few new songs, but they all fit the I guess like the persona change I was going through at that moment in time. Like,
okay.
you know what I mean? Right?
Um, I You know, I noticed that album sounded a bit more symphonic in a lot of ways. There was a bit more. I mean, there sounded like some symphonic, some real like orchestral, instrumental stuff going on in the album at certain places, but it also sounded more composed in a sort of symphonic sense. Each of the songs sounded more layered.
So I guess yeah. I never necessarily really like I didn't do that on purpose. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But like I said, I was going through a bit of a persona change to a certain degree. My mentality was changing, like the way I thought about things, like the way I viewed, I guess, people, you know, outside of my immediate circle, uh,
Mm.
having not only just me but some other people in the back around that was close to me. It made me very paranoid. It made me very like standoffish. You know what I mean? Like at this point in time, I ain't gonna lie. If it wasn't my friends or the woman I was with at this moment in time, like I didn't want to be around people. I mean, so like I was. That's kind of where the dark come from. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like if you listen to like the reverbs and the I guess the I guess the synthesizers I would chose and like things of this nature, like I purposely tried to mix it to make to where it gave off a dark feel from the lyrics or from the like the sound of me, look like the voice, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
but as far as like, you know, the actual beats and the things like that, I didn't necessarily purposely choose for them to be symphonic. But I think it like now that you bring it up, it was almost like meant to be because it's perfect for it. You know what I mean?
Yep. It fit the mood of the mood you were in at the time, the mood of the creation.
100%.
Yeah. And of course, because I'm all gothity goth and darkity dark, I really like this album. So it worked for me. It works for me. And you said don't regret. See, here's the problem is I'm in my Trevor Stewart 1308 personality, so I don't curse on stream.
Oh
But
wow.
don't regret shit now.
Yeah.
That was the next one.
Yeah, so that was a mixtape I dropped after dark. And that's I guess a weird thing mixtape too. So I kind of titled it that at like I dropped it in June of 2023, I believe.
Okay.
And I dropped it a week after I went through a breakup.
Nah.
Uh yeah. Or maybe a month after I went through a breakup, but it was a week after I had moved out of her house. Like I had moved into my own apartment.
Oh,
So,
that. Yeah, that changes things.
yeah. So I but I didn't it's not I titled it Don't Regret Shit Now, but it wasn't necessarily in direction to her, you know? But like I kind of have that like mentality coming off of dark going forward towards just life in general. You know what I mean? Like don't
Right.
regret shit now, no matter what it is. Like don't regret it now. You know what I mean? Like fuck it. Oh damn, I'm sorry, bro. You don't cuss
Oh
on
no,
stream.
no, you can cuss all you want.
Right,
No, this is just a thing I do for me.
right.
This is a challenge for me. I actually my associate producer and one of my co-hosts who unfortunately can't be here. Both of my co-hosts have a D&D game going on right now, but she cut me out these little wooden got me these little wooden bombs with the big letter F on them. So every time I curse, every time I really drop the F bomb, I've got a little F bomb. Yeah.
Funny.
Um.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother.
So yeah, no, it's just a challenge for me. So, but I feel like A, shit isn't that bad, and B, if I'm saying it, either referring to it as the word or in terms of the title of something, it's okay.
Yeah. Sorry for that for now. We talk about the album. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Exactly. Exactly. Uh oh. So I have a very sort of in the deep in the weeds kind of. I got a couple of deep in the weeds questions about this album.
About don't regret shit now.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I guess you've given me a clue to one, but why was Gold Roses not on Flowers? But
Again.
it came why was Gold Roses not on Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here? But the answer to that is because it came before that album happened.
Oh yeah, that's true. But if I'm being honest, um, I originally so before I ever put out that mixtape, I had kind of already started working on "Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here." See, I had been working on "Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here" since probably 2022. Before I even put out "Dark," I had kind of started like working on the concept of that album at least, and
Uh
like
huh.
trying to put some songs towards it or like on it. But I just never, I guess, created anything over like the time from 2022 until maybe midway through 2023 or 2024 when I felt like I started making songs that I was like, oh yeah, I need to keep this for this album. I need to keep this for that album. And you
Okay.
know what I mean? I don't know. Like, so the truth of the matter is I started the process of that album probably in 2022, but I didn't put it out until 2024. And some songs that I was playing with the idea of putting on that ended up in between um, in
Don't
between
regret
dark
shit.
now and too talented to be broke.
Okay. Okay. That explains why it feels like there's a very sort of cohesiveness to all of those albums. I've felt like there have been themes that reappear throughout the albums.
Oh yeah,
And you know,
I,
huh?
that I did do on purpose, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah, it makes
all of it's
sense.
about foreshadowing. You know what I mean? It's all
Yep.
about foreshadowing that thing. Like, you know what I mean? Trying to
Craftsmanship, man.
who's yeah, 100%. So like that I specifically did do on purpose. Like knowing that I wasn't like where I knowing that I just hadn't created stuff that I like for sure had wanted to be on Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here. I wanted to at least make these albums feel like, or these bodies of music feel as if like leading into Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here, like you'll have like how do I say this? So from Keep the Family Close to Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here, I view that as an era of me. You know what I mean? That's a specific era of Dre. And when you listen to that era of me, it all fits. It all feels like an era of me. You know what I mean? Because to
Okay.
be honest, it is an era of me. It's literally from 25 to 30 or from, 25 to maybe 31ish. You know what I mean? Like it literally is an era of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's not who I am anymore to some degree. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like I'm going into 30s now. Like, you know what I mean? That was life in my 20s and the first year or two of my 30s. Like now I'm going into my 30s, if that makes sense.
Right.
I'm 32. So I'll be 33 in December. You know what I mean? Like this is literally an entire different era for me.
And as such, it's there's a shift in the music that's coming up.
Yeah, 100%. And I feel
Uh,
like that shift starts after or around to Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here. Like that album, like if you really listen to it, like you can see the shift that's coming forward. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And there's a reason I've only put out one short body of music since Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here, you know?
What
One
was
single, one 4-piece body of music.
which one
A
was?
chapter black.
Oh, okay. Which
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? It's a shift coming.
okay. I'm gonna have to find and listen to because apparently I did not put it on my Apple Music. So and then okay, I have written down the question. What's behind "I Still Hate You"? N words. What's the? I feel like there is a story there. I feel like there is a story that's a little deeper than the than I was able to parse out of the song.
um,
Of course, it could also just be it's a really great title for the first song on an album, and it's going to
well,
catch my attention for that reason.
there is that to it, but it's one of those things where I made that song I Still Hate You Niggas basically behind the premise of like I got a homie back home, Rasul. I spoke about him
Mm-hmm.
earlier. He's the one who came up with that whole thing. It was a thing he used to do on social media, like somebody do something dumb, they crash into a pole or say some
Mm-hmm.
stupid shit. Like, man, I hate these niggas. So you know what I mean? I like took
Okay.
the idea and kind of expanded upon it into a song, but I did relate real life like beef, or I wouldn't even call it beef anymore, but it's just like, yo, one thing with me is like when you get on my bad side, or like you like it basically, bro, when you cause any fallout between me and you, like it's that for life. You know what I mean? It's smoke
Mm-hmm.
forever. I mean, and that's I guess more or less the message behind I still hate you niggas. Like just because I don't go out my way to make it known that like I'm trying to beef with you or I'm trying to get into maybe a rap like a virtual spar or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
don't get it twisted, bro. I still hate you niggas. Like and the people who like would they would know that's what they heard that song, they would know that would apply to them. They know who that applies to them. You know what I mean? They know they've heard it. You know what I mean? Like it's not so like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, you know
I
what I mean?
got a
Yeah,
I got a
still
couple
hate
of
you.
people in my life that I still hate you. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
exactly.
I still hate
I'm
you.
saying I still
I'm
hate
not
you.
looking
And
for
it's
you to make your life hell, but I still hate you.
yeah, bring back real hate. Sometimes you need that.
Right?
Sometimes you really need that, man. Bring back real hate. Like, but yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much all it is. That's the premise behind that. Like a few people out there that just because I don't go out my way to make it be known that I don't fuck with you, you know I don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? Don't ever
Mm-hmm.
forget.
That explains why I really that song really resonated with me.
Yeah. Love a
Um
way to start off an album, right?
yeah, it is. I feel like on this album, I feel like there was you did a had a bit of a John Gotti connection on this album. I noticed on several of your albums you have different. They seem to follow a theme of a particular person here and there on several of your albums.
Yeah, so as far as so I don't again that's not well I did it on purpose for Don't Regret Shit Now, but it
Okay.
wasn't it was John Gotti, but it was more the overall theme of like mobster movies because I ain't gonna lie, bro, I'm like low key obsessed with mobster movies. So Goodfellas, um Godfather, like bro, shit like this, I'm legitimately obsessed with, bro. Like I'll go watch as a comfort movie. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
so it's one of those things where it's like it's because it's such an obsession with me for real. Like, bro, I'll even go watch documentaries like on the History Channel or some bullshit like this about the mob. I don't know why. I've always been like that since I was a little kid. The mob lifestyle has always fascinated me. Don't have me lie about why, but it just has. So
I think
with
we
that
can
project,
I mean, it's understandable. It is an interesting lifestyle.
Yeah, 100%. So with that project, like I told you, I had just went through a breakup and I had just moved out. You know what I mean? And I was already coming off of the mindset of feeling dark from dark, you know.
Yep.
So like at this point, bro, I'm looking at everybody like an op. Literally. It don't matter
Okay.
who at that point, it didn't matter who he was. Everybody was an op. Everybody was the feds. You know, basically, you know what I mean?
And it was
So
that paranoia, that John Gotti
yeah,
paranoia.
100%. So like instinctively, I started sampling clips from Goodfellas, the actual John Gotti movie, a few other mobster movies centered around John Gotti for that album. Yeah, sampling is just something I like to do, bro. You feel me? Like I like to just have a clip from a TV show or a movie or another song or something that I watched or listened to or whatever and throw it in my track. You know what I mean? Like I've always liked doing that as long as I could get it in the correct way. You know what I mean? Like
I
for
mean,
that album, I did it heavier than any other place.
okay,
You know what I mean?
okay. It's good sampling. You did good. It's good sampling. And you know, I love to sample too. I'll put, like any DJ, I'll put anything in front of the drop.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah. You know, let's go ahead and play. Let's play a song from Don't Regret Shit now. What song would you like me to play? I know which two I would choose, but what would you like to hear?
I would either like to hear "Force Forever" or "Forget or Forgive."
Let's
Probably
go.
Force.
Okay, Force Forever. That's what you were gonna say?
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to Force Forever, and when we come back, we will move on to talking about Too Talented to Be Broke, which, man, that hit me right in the relatability circuit. Too talented to be broke.
100%, man.
And then I looked at myself honestly in the mirror, and my reflection said, "No, you're not." Ow,
I'm crying.
my pride.
Yo, bro.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna listen to "Force Forever," and we will be right back. Hold on, let me do this switching over here. Oops, wrong one.
It's just that once this paycheck finds out who you are, here we go. But there's a bigger problem coming up, John. Not with you, with your people.
Hey,
What do you mean, my people?
I'ma be good in the foe forever. I'm somebody niggas should know forever. Try to stay humble and grow forever, and know that the snake's gonna grow forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes. Had to get back on my grind, no wasting my time. I let it go for the better. I put it all on the line, made a choice in my mind. I know it's all for the better. Me and my niggas did crime, some homies had died. Shit that worked out for the better. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. We from a part of the city where shit'll get gritty. You best walk around with your blicky. No Drake shit'll get sticky. Glock in the sweater, boys will pop out with that leather. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes. They kick me and sit out the crib, but we ain't do shit but go and boss up in this bitch. I put the gun in my teeth, I don't need a dentist to go and floss up in this bitch. Beach to throw all the parties, shit'll get saucy, yeah, real saucy. Now I see green like Boston, ain't bout money, my nigga, I'm sorry you lost me. Take off shit, no rocket, can't beef with a broke nigga, man, that shit toxic. Rappers out here need to stop it, one hit disappear, man, that boy little socket. Tighten my shit like a socket, new tape fire, you know that they want me to drop it. Hating ass nigga, please stop it. No, I ain't blood, but I promise that I get it poppin'. Had to get back on my grind, no wasting my time. I let it go for the better. I put it all on the line, made a choice in my mind. I know it's all for the better. Me and my homies did crime, some niggas had died. Shit done worked out for the better. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. We from a part of the city where shit get gritty. You best walk around with your blicky. Lil Drake shit get sticky. Glock in the sweater. Boys will pop out with that leather. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes forever. I'ma be throwing them foes. Hey.
Alright, that was Force Forever. Off of the Don't Regret Shit Now mixtape. And we're gonna move on to Too Talented to Be Broke, which, again, just a great title.
Yeah.
Just
It's very relatable, you know. I mean, I know it's a lot of creators and people out there that can relate to that, you know.
yeah. Yeah. It. Oh my God! It speaks to something deep in the heart of anybody who has any creative drive.
100%.
So, like I said, I listened to your albums out of order. We were playing them out of order because I didn't think to add them to my Apple Music in chronological order.
No problem, bro. No problem.
So when I listened to this, I thought it had a more hopeful tone. And I guess coming out of Dark and Don't Regret Shit, it really does have a more hopeful tone. Do you feel like it had a... Well, you were saying you felt like it was the next step on that journey towards Give Me My Flowers.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think that was in terms of the bridging step? Like, how was the? I'm looking to build the narrative here, because we humans, we love an easy narrative. Do you feel like it was the sort of stepping out of that more dark energy in your life and into a more hopeful direction, more hopeful mindset?
So to some degree, yeah. But honestly, it wasn't necessarily about being hopeful at that moment in time. It was more along the line of, yo, I gotta put the press on these niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I speak in the title, I just feel I'm too talented to be broke. Like, and that's how I felt at that time. Like, I was too talented to be broke at that moment in time in my life. Like,
Yep.
what in the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So like I put the when I say it was time in my head, like it was time to literally put the press on like people to listen, you know what I mean? And I knew around the time, so about the time that I put out Too Talented to Be Broke, I was about 70 to 80% done with Flowers. And Flowers was originally just gonna come after No Regression Now. But I felt because I hadn't dropped at that point in time in 2024, because I dropped Flowers in June of 20, not Flowers. I dropped No Regression Now in June of 2023.
Okay.
I didn't drop again until April of 2024 with Too Talented to Be Broke. So I took that time off like to, work on flowers. Um when I got, like I said, 70 to 80% done, I was like, yo, dude, I don't got any momentum. Like I can't just drop like what I feel is probably gonna be my best work at that time, at that moment in time, or you know what I mean? What
Without
like I you know,
something.
I had just
Right.
worked for it. You know what I mean? I had just worked and I wanted to like at least put that album out with a bit of like momentum, you know what I mean? A bit of like people like, just reminding people, showing people like, hey bro, this dude's still here, he's still making music, he's good. You know what I mean? Now,
Right.
fortunately, Too Talented to Be Broke, I guess coming off the heels of Dark and of Don't Regret Shit Now, performed well. You know what I mean? Like even though it had been 8 months probably since I had dropped music before that project,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But yeah, I released in April. I released Too Talented to Be Broke, and it really performed well for me. You know what I
I
mean? And
mean,
I used that momentum that I built up from that. I had done a couple podcasts and a different interview, basically to roll out as part of my rollout for Flowers, and
okay.
I dropped Flowers later that year in November. So in November of 2024.
And it gave you that, it gave that momentum. It and I I don't really want to ask about how your albums are performing because honestly, I mean, unless they're doing really well, I'm I just like them. Like I really,
Yeah.
I just dig the music, man. So I
Yeah.
don't want to, I don't want to get, but also
What
I
I'll say,
do, huh?
what I'll say to that is, I obviously I like we're here talking about multiple bodies of music. You know what I mean? And they
Yeah.
are like to varying degrees of success. But what I will say is, after dropping Dark and Don't Regret Shit Now, and even though it was like an 8 month hiatus in between there, just dropping bodies of music consistently, I saw gradual growth to where I understood why that project performed well. You know what I mean? And it also I understood why subsequently Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here performed better. You know what I mean? The consistency adds to like the I guess the overall performance of what your body, you know what I mean, what a body of music
Mm-hmm.
is gonna do. You know?
Yes. And okay, so do you think that this is an aspect of the sort of algorithmication, boy is that not a word, of of the music industry, where people are getting their music from streaming services and the algorithms deciding the next one. So if you're dropping consistently, the algorithm's more likely to choose you, and it leads you to this sort of like I gotta drop consistently mindset. Do you think that's at play in that in those numbers?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It's all strategy, brother. Like, so, like, no, seriously, because
I
it's what,
believe
like,
you.
bro, even a lot of people, like, a lot of artists don't notice. I'm gonna drop some free game for some artists out here. So even Spotify tells you themselves they would prefer you to drop every 45 to 90 days. Now, realistically, if you making like quality music, you ain't dropping every 45 days, bro.
No.
It's not realistic. Like, but what I will say is, like, if you just looking to be a part of the algorithm to gain fans, streams, stuff like that, yeah. Like it's all strategic, bro. You drop every 60, you know what I mean, 45, 60, 90 days, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But I personally just I'm not one of those artists, you know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
did it for a while, you know what I mean? And even now I'll release a single here every couple of months just to, keep my I guess my position where I'm at in the algorithm or how the algorithm works for myself.
To keep
But
your name in their mouth.
yeah, but it's one of those things where it's like I personally just can't do that. You know what I mean? Cuz I view and live music in real life, for lack of a better term.
Right.
So reason I have so many bodies in music and I've made so many bodies in music is because I can't just like things I do like one whole week, 2 whole weeks, that might go into one song for me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? The events of those 2 weeks might end up being one song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like, oh, a whole month's worth of life might go into one song. A whole month's worth of life might be able to give me 3 songs. You know what I mean? Like you just never know. Or I personally never know until I go to create. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of these people that can go out here and just rap about anything or say anything. You know what I mean? Like I kind of need to live real life. I need to go through hurt. I need to go through pain, heartaches. I need to, go be broke sometimes. I need to literally have things to rap about. You know what I mean? Like so
You need to be a romantic gangster sometimes.
yeah, I got to. Sometimes you
Right.
just want to go hang with a bad bitch.
I know. I know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, brother, like you just gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta play it off like that. Like,
I got a few friends. I
um
got a few really good friends in mind when you say that. Like, yep, I know exactly what you mean.
all
I
right,
mean,
dog,
okay,
chill out.
at my age, I'm finally getting to the I'm too old for that shit age. I'm too old for this shit.
Look,
But
man, you ain't never too old to go hang with a bad bitch.
that depends on how bad she is, man. I'm starting to get to an age where I can't afford any more broken bones. But uh but yeah, I get what you're saying. So I got distracted by a bad bitch. It happens. um oh, that's right. I was just plugging the next album. Uh Even gangsters are romantic.
Real gangsters are romantic.
Real
Real gangsters are.
gangsters are romantic.
We
I'm
got to talk
sorry.
about we got to talk about give me my flowers while I'm here first. We can't, we can't skip
I
the.
am. I'm just plugging the new album every chance I get.
Oh,
Every
I
time it
appreciate that.
comes
I'm
up
gonna
in
do it too.
conversation. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
let's move on to give me my flowers while I'm here. Um, I felt like when I listened to it, I felt like I was both listening to a narrative about your life, um, and well, I mean, nah, I felt like I was listening to a narrative about your life. It just like several different parts of your life. Um,
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of what it is. It is a narrative of my life, but it's all leading back to the same point of like just appreciate me while I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, but also like that's something that I had to tell myself. You know what I mean? Like it's not just about other people or people I view or like feel should be fans or are fans or what I mean, like the relationship that I lost at the time. Like, no,
mm-hmm,
bro, it wasn't just all of that. It was also like, yo, I gotta give myself my flowers. You know what I mean? Like I
mm-hmm,
gotta come to the realization that yeah, I might not at that time I didn't wasn't where I wanted to be in life or with my musical career or what I mean, like things of this nature. But I had came a long way. You feel me? And like I did most of it on my own. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta give yourself your flowers for that. Now and also expect people to give you your flowers for that. You know what I mean? Like that's more or less where the all the like themes of my life point back to, or where I tried to point them back to.
okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Um, that that makes a lot of sense. Uh,
Yeah, man. You always got to give yourself your flowers, bro. I feel like we as creators, so we're so hard on ourselves sometimes, like, and we kind of our own biggest haters. You know what I mean? Normally, we're our own biggest haters. We're in our own way a lot,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, like, so I felt as if, like, bro, before others can give me my flowers, I gotta give me my flowers, and
Y-
they'll follow suit.
How can you expect anybody to love and respect you if you don't love and respect yourself?
Exactly, 100%.
Um, that really answers that first question I had written down. What's behind the name? That answers that question completely. So Friday Night Lights. You were high school sports. You played high school
Yeah, I played.
sports.
Yeah, I played football for
Football.
Henrico High School. Yeah, I ended up played offensive and defensive line there. I ended up going to play college football for St. Augustine in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so Division II college, nothing major, but you know we went to play college ball though.
I mean, there you go.
Oh yeah, you know, so that inspired, but it's more along the lines of, like, I guess what I tried to convey with that song is like the comparison of how close music and sports can be at times.
Okay.
You know, like sometimes it's a very numbers based thing. It's a very popularity based thing. You know,
It's a very much drop every 40 to 90 days kind of thing.
yeah, exactly. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, hey man, I just see this shit as a sport to some degree now, and I'm trying to be number one. If that shit makes sense. I'm trying to be in the lead of this shit.
I mean, if you've got the talent and you've got the skill and you've got the drive, why not shoot for the top?
Real man, you shoot for the stars and you land on the moon. You got pretty damn high.
I mean, I didn't shoot for the stars or land on the moon, but I got pretty damn high anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. What was? Oh. Uh, all the places. One of the things I've written down was all the places you name in Out of Place. That I didn't write them all down. I didn't even catch them all because y'all just started throwing names at me, and I was like, oh, I recognize that. Oh, I recognize that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun for me. Was that specifically, a bit of a shout out to Richmond area?
Yeah, 100%. A shout out to Northside. So my friend on that song is Scott with two eyes. Like, he's probably the most Northside nigga I know. Like, to be honest, like, just the embodiment of like what a guy you would know from Northside Richmond to be. You know what I mean? Like, so it was just perfect that he ended up on the song with me. We recorded it in Good People's, which is literally down the street from Northside. It's in downtown Richmond, but literally you take Chamberlain straight down and you'll be there.
Okay.
So you know what I mean. Yeah, bro. I talk about, you know what I mean, going to Henrico. You know what I mean, sliding down Azalea because Henrico High School is
Hmm.
on Azalea. Like, and bro, it's just I always looked to shout out my city, dog. Like, there was a point in time where I didn't really like Richmond like that. I felt like I wasn't able to make fans. I really just
Mm-hmm.
came to realize that I wasn't making fans because I just wasn't working hard enough. You know what I mean? And once I like started working harder, I came to realize that nah, my city actually fuck with me. I just got to keep working harder and keep growing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I get that. I mean, as an outsider, other than the massive layer of nicotine on everything, because of Philip Morris, I've
yeah,
I've always felt like Richmond was just a pretty alright place. Like every
it's dope, man.
yeah, like everybody's pretty nice. Um, I also have a very contentious hate relationship with Charlottesville. So, as an outsider, as you know, as a C villain, anywhere that isn't Charlottesville looks good. So it's nice to hear that Richmonders see the place as cool as well. They like it as well. And I
Oh
mean,
yeah, bro. Well, I moved to Richmond in 2001, dog. Like,
okay.
moved there from
Wow.
Delaware at the time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I lived in Richmond from 2001 till 2021. You know what I mean? I spent
20
basically my
years.
first, I mean, well, not my first 20 years, but 20 years of my life there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, bro, I love that place, dog. I can't lie to you. It's a lot of dope artists there. It's a lot of dope stuff going on there.
Hmm.
Like, and then
Uh,
like the city is very, very, very it's a lot more accepting than it seems. Let me put it
very
like that.
progressive. It is very progressive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about the few times recently I went to recently, I guess last year sometime, I went to do stand up at the Fallout shelter,
Yeah.
and it's like, I mean, yeah, I actually felt a little oddly normal to be there. I was like, is my makeup big enough? And of course, because it's Richmond, they were like, you're perfect the way you are. Get in here and be you.
Yeah, brother. Like, yeah, like I said, man, the city's a lot more accepting than it seems off
Oh,
first
yeah.
glance. You know.
Uh,
Uh,
Back in the late 90s, the Richmond goth scene, like all of the Richmond goths looked so terrifying. And then you hang out with them one time, and like they are calling you every day for weeks, being like, "When are we gonna hang out next? When you coming back? When are we coming back to Charlottesville? Let's hang out. Let's hang out. You're so cool." And like, they are some of the most, well, were, I don't know them that well anymore, but they were some of the most fun, most genuine, just enjoyable people to be around, who also just happened to look terrifying even to other goths.
I'm dying. Yeah, but yeah, bro. I mean, hey, dog. Like, that's not my crowd. But what I will speak to is Richmond's a melting pot, man. Like, there's a lot of people from like everywhere. You know what I mean? You got your people from up north, from New York, and from New Jersey, and places like this, Philadelphia. And you got your people from the
Hmm.
south that come up, and you know what I mean. You got your people from all over who come to go to VCU. I'm not
Hey,
mistaken, VCU is like the second or first biggest art school in the entire nation.
oh yeah,
So you know what I mean. Like, you get people from literally everywhere. So you know
and
they say Virginia.
and uniformity of rich kids. I mean, University of Richmond isn't a small school either.
Yeah, that's true.
I can say that I used to date somebody who went there. That's what she called it.
Oh well, hey, for real. Uniformity. I mean university.
Uniformity, uniformity of rich kids.
I'm dying. That's funny as hell. But yeah, man. So like it's a very very diverse place, and you know what I mean. They say Virginia's for lovers, bro. So you know what I mean. It just
Yeah,
seems like it's easy to get love out here as long as you know what I mean, work hard and grind for the things you want. Don't just expect it.
yeah. See, yeah. See, the just expecting it is the Charlottesville mentality.
Oh damn.
Yep. Oh, ow. Okay, kitten. Your love is sharp. Your claws just got really sharp, honey. You can get that.
Oh, now you getting scratched up by the cat.
Oh yeah. I don't know what he was. I don't know why he was just like sitting on my lap, making biscuits, full on claws right into my knee. Just, ow, dude. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and listen to "Out of Place" so we can hear the shout out to the North Side there.
Yeah, man.
When we come back, we'll discuss the new album coming up, and we will drop all of your plugs again real quick.
All right, no problem, man. No problem.
And we will end with the. I'll give you this warning now, so you have time to think about it. I have two questions that I ask at the end of every interview. And those questions are, what is one thing you think the world needs to know? And what is one misconception you would like to clear up? And I'll give you time to think about that before you answer that.
Misconception about myself?
It could be about anything. Those are absolute open-ended questions.
Okay. So hold on. Let me hear the questions one more time. Let me hear both of them one more time.
What's one thing you think that everybody needs to know? One thing the world needs to just be aware of? And then what is one misconception you'd like to clear up?
Okay.
And we will come back to this after we talk about Real Gangsters Are Romantic.
All right, 100.
And first, we're going to listen to Out of Place. Oh, let me do the technical stuff over here real quick.
No smoking in the booth, man. Niggas tripping. Hey. What? All right, look. I moved out the foe, but don't you boys get out of place. Slide around the north, cop the Fago for the drink. Pop out at Henrico, got some friends turn to snakes. When I'm sliding down the Zelia, keep an eye out for the Jakes. I moved out the foe, but don't you boys get out of place. Slide around the north, cop the Fago for the drink. Pop out at Henrico, got some friends turn to snakes. When I'm sliding down the Zelia, keep an eye out for the Jakes. I've been in first place and y'all can't even race. Nigga. Heard they talking down, but never to my face. That ain't never to my face, nigga. Posted with the greats, all you niggas laid, let them hate. Catch me getting baked, getting blazed. Rest in peace to Blaze. All you niggas lame, super lame. They just wanted fame, don't put in no pain. I've been 10 toes, growing pains. Let me turn the page, all my shit is classic, never age. They don't fit the frame, never built the last in the game. Me, I'm not the same, take it up, yeah, I broke the chain. Let me make this claim, all my songs gon' be on your brain. I moved out the foe, but don't you boys get out of place. Slide around the north, cop the Fago for the drink. Pop out at Henrico, got some friends turn to snakes. While I'm sliding down the Zelia, keep an eye out for the Jakes. I moved out the foe, but don't you boys get out of place. Slide around the north, cop the Fago for the drink. Pop out at Henrico, got some friends turn to snakes. While I'm sliding down the Zelia, keep an eye out for the Jakes.
Keep an eye out for the J. Baby girl, you gotta get one. Baby girl, you gotta get paid. Everybody wanna be early, baby, but yeah, I like being late. Sliding down the Y, sliding down the A. Hit me in the hand, get my boy a 5. Drinking on that hand, yeah, it's time to slide. Gotta hit the stove, get a black and mild. Get a cheesesteak, okay, we sliding out. Pop out with your 40, pop out with your 9. You can get an 8-piece, slice it down the pie. Meet me on Chamber right now. I'm in the black Durango outside. Hey.
That was Out of Place, featuring Sky with Two Y's. The most North Side guy you said. Most North Side guy you got.
Yeah, that's the most North Side motherfucker ever, bro. Like, bro, I lived in North Side 13 years of my life. I promise you, this man's got to be the most North Side man I know.
All right. How would you let me? How would you describe North Side? Because I realize like we're saying this. I have some idea of what North Side is like. Although I stuck to mostly downtown, I stuck to around VCU because that's where all the goth stuff was. But like for the listeners who don't know, how would you describe North Side?
So the best way I could describe it is it's literally a contradiction on some Starburst type shit. Literally, one side of North Side might be the county, and you might see some beautiful houses. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, it's still some hood elements mixed in, but you know what I mean. One part of this place is the county, and then literally you can go across the street, and it's the city, and it's the most trap shit you ever seen in your life. You know what I mean? And but I ain't gonna lie, that's what make it so lovable to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like at one point in time, we lived on both sides. Like, you know what I mean? We lived in the rough part, and then when my dad got you know what I mean, got shit. Like, you know what I mean? He got his bread up with his jobs and shit like this. My mom, you know what I mean, him and my mom got married again. They start or got married, I should say. They you know what I mean? We moved on to the good side of North Side. We moved
Just
into the county. You know
right
what I
on
mean?
the other
Literally
side
cross
of the street.
on the other side of the street, dog. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like to the point I went to Henrico High School, but had I lived 150 feet the opposite direction, I might have went to John Marshall High School. You know what I mean? And it's
Mm-hmm.
minute walk from each other, 15-minute walk from each other. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things like that. It's literally the duality of it.
Yeah. I, okay. I don't want this to turn into a political stream, but I can get there. You think it might have been? You think it might have been a case of redlining? Specific economic. I mean, not to get deep about it.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, I don't really think if they tried it, it didn't matter or it didn't work. You feel me? Because of proximity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bro, I'm telling you, it's right down the street. You know what I
Just
mean? Like
right
within
there.
walking distance. So it's like, bro, it's too intermingled. Like, bro, it's a park sitting right on the corner called Pond Camp. I used to play basketball there every day. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
literally of one side of Pine Camp is you know what I'm saying, the rough side of North Side. You go down to take Chamberlain straight down, you end up on Fourth Avenue, you end up on a bunch of you know what I mean, by a bunch of rough shit basically. And
Mm-hmm.
then literally you could go on the opposite side of the street and you'll be in Henrico County. That's just
And
is
just
what it is.
yep.
I mean, like so I don't believe that they did it on purpose or they tried to do it like that. They just had to draw the county line somewhere. That's how I look
Okay.
at it. Like and if you was on this side of the county line, you go into the county. You on this side of the county line, you consider it in the city.
I mean, I gotta ask. I feel like I gotta ask that question because it's me. I'm gonna ask that question.
Nah, you fine. Like
But like,
I don't even think that the officials of Richmond thought about that hard, bro. Now maybe not in the north side. Now maybe in some of the nicer areas, like maybe in the
yeah.
west end or in the certain parts of the south side, they might have thought about that for that. But then in the north side, bro, I don't think they thinking about that shit for real. Like it's
I'm just giving them way too much credit there.
yeah, one hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Well, all right. Let's drop your socials again real quick. Let everybody know where they can find you, and then we're gonna start talking about the new album.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, you can find me on Twitter at Dre King Music, all one word. You can find me on Instagram at Prosecco Poppy, Prosecco Poppy with two underscores at the end of Poppy. You can find me on TikTok at the same handle as my Instagram. And everywhere you stream music, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora. It don't matter. Wherever you listen to music at, you can find me. Just search Dre King, and or if you can't find me, search one of the projects you've heard us mention. Search "Give Me My Flowers While I'm Here." Search "Too Talented to Be Broke." Whatever you need to search, you can find me on any platform. I promise you, I'm there.
All right. And you've got
Oh, but when you search me on, hold on, let me clarify. When you search me on platforms like Spotify, Apple, whatever like that, it is spaced out Dre Space King.
yeah.
On Twitter, it's just all one word, Dre King Music.
Yes. that. Sorry, I took a hit. There was a hit in it. So that leads us up to you've got a new album coming out. Real Gangsters Are Romantic.
Yeah.
Again, give us the drop date. Let us know when to expect.
Real Gangsters Are Romantic is dropping 11/27, so November 27th, 2026.
11/27/26, November 27th, 2026. Look
Yeah,
for it on
November,
all platforms.
all platforms.
And from what you've played for us up at Frosty Fridays, held at Sky Mall VA on Fridays after 6 p.m. Sorry, I had to plug one of the sponsors real quick. Like it'd been a minute,
Gotta plug sponsors.
right? You've been playing songs from your new album for us. I am not actually gonna ask for any exclusive, I'm not gonna ask you to send me any songs and play them exclusively here. I'm gonna wait for the album to drop.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another interview a little closer, and we can give everybody a little sneak peek of a few.
All right. That could work. That could work. But what I have heard has been banger after banger. It has been amazing. It feels like it's like, okay, your other albums have been solid. Every song has been solid at least. With a few like standout hits, a few things that are like, oh yeah, that's that's one of the high points of the album. This next album, I worry, is just all high points. Like,
Well,
it.
that's a good problem to have, right?
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Leave some talent for the rest of us. Jeez. But no. How do you? What do you feel like I've been sort of focusing on narratives of the albums and the narrative of your career overall. What do you think the narrative of this album is? What's the story it's working on, and how does that fit into the overall story?
Let's see. So on this album, I talk a lot about, I guess, heartbreak, or like the effects of heartbreak, I guess. Um, and like, I guess taking my time to heal, trying to, navigate dating again and things of this nature. And I guess it never just really dawned on me how much of a romantic person I can be at heart, even though like I'm kind of an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, just to be real about it. You know what I mean? You get most of the time you get the hard Dre, if that makes sense. You get
Mm-hmm.
the average person would anyway. You know what I mean? But when I got a little ting that I'm messing with, a little shorty that I'm involved with, you know what I mean? She really gets the soft part of me. But the bad thing about it is, I'm gonna take advantage of that. You know what I mean? And I feel like on this album, I'm just talking about to where even though you get taken advantage of, real gangsters really remain romantic at its core. You feel me?
Okay.
Like if you a good man, you're gonna be a good man, no matter how many bozo women you deal with. Like, you know what I mean? At your core, you're gonna always be that.
I'd like to open this up gender wise and say, you know, not just women not just women take advantage, not just men
Oh, of course,
get
yeah,
taken
100%.
advantage of. It is these I think a
Yeah,
lot of
100%.
it has to
I
do
agree.
with the gender you are and the gender you're attracted to. And there are people in the gender you're attracted to that are always going to take advantage of you being a sensitive and vulnerable person at heart.
Yeah, 100%.
And your message is that gangsters just they still put their hearts out there. They still care.
Exactly that.
It takes somebody who has it takes a really hard person to be able to care again after getting hurt.
Yeah, to continue to care after getting hurt multiple times. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
it's
I do.
it's like, yeah, dog. That's like the overall theme of this one. Now, how it fits into the themes of my previous albums, um, I don't think it does. But
Okay.
that's by design. You know, um, so I worked on this album for about a year, like um, like literally a year, bro. Like of just going in the studio, finding the beats I wanted. Sometimes I've done 2, 3 versions of a song over a beat. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
before I got to the right version of it. And because bro, this album is more or less about healing for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm like I'm being vulnerable, more vulnerable than I ever been with anything on this project because like bro, I really want to let it go. You know what I mean? As like
Mhm.
I don't know if I'll ever get over it, but I want to let it go. You know what
Yep.
I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like, bro, I've like literally bared my soul into this body of music, and that's why you say you feel like it's banger after banger after banger because honestly, it's my best work because it's literally my heart and soul in this project. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I sung more on this album than I ever sung on any body of music. Um, I like I guess paid attention to how like soulful the beat sounded and I wanted to make sure everything sounded as cohesive as it could for the like for what I was doing and like bro I just put my best foot forward. Plus we got to make the world sing to somebody downfall.
I mean, yeah.
We need the world to sing along to a certain person downfall, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. But
Hey,
yeah. It's I mean, I was still deep in the thought about putting your heart and soul into everyone and the like.
oh yeah, no, all that's true. That's all
And
facts,
then
but
you
we
went.
definitely
We also gotta sing for somebody's downfall. Uh huh. Uh
yeah,
huh.
we
Wait,
need the
what?
world to
Did
we
I
need the
just
world to
hear
sing
that right?
along. Yeah, we need the world to sing along to it.
I'm just saying, man.
We all got hey look, man, we all got somebody that we want to see the world sing along to their downfall. We ain't gonna do nothing foul, we ain't gonna go hurt them or no dumb shit. But yeah, we wanna see the world, what I mean, laugh at them at least a little bit.
We all got
You
them people. I still hate you. Don't worry. I still hate you.
exactly, I still
I
hate
still
you
hate
niggas.
you.
Like,
I
you know what I
still
mean?
laugh while you fall. Like, yeah, I'm still good with it. I love that.
100%.
Oh wow. All right. Well, I feel like that gives us a really good look into who Prosecco Poppy is, who Dre King is. Um, is there anything about the new album? Oh, I do want to say that. Would it be fair to say that the way that it falls into the narrative of your career so far is that you have been building up your craft and your art to the point where you can make this album, where you're, pardon me, where you're capable of creating the thing that you really want to create here? Because
Oh
so
yeah,
much of your heart and soul is in it.
yeah, if you look at it from that aspect, it definitely does fit into the narrative of my career because it's just another, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it was just the next natural evolution. You know what I mean? The
Okay.
natural step forward from like all the years of like putting it in, trying to perfect it. You know what I mean?
Grinding out the
Yeah,
skills.
I mean, yeah, 100%. So from that aspect, yeah, it does fit. But in turn, I meant more along the lines musically because I never had made a project like this about this and been that vulnerable. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
also, to be frank, I kind of leaned more into the R&B and pop aspects of music that I create for this body of music more than I ever did before either. Like there's a couple songs on here where you've heard it where I'm rapping, but
Mm-hmm.
more of the body of music is you know I would lean it closer to I guess or like an alternative R&B or alternative pop or something like that.
Okay. And that's why and that's why it's such a grabs the listener so well, is because it is pop. It is, you know, it is this more, I don't want to say more accessible, but almost by design, like as an art form, pop is designed to be popular. It's
Yeah.
designed to sound a way that's gonna make people want to listen to it, make everybody want to listen to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, well, all right, all right. I'm looking forward to the next interview where maybe we will listen to a few of those songs, few songs off that album.
Yeah.
Have
Definitely.
you? Do you have an answer for our last two questions?
All right. I think I do, but ask me the first one first, and then I'll answer that one, and then ask me the second one, and I'll answer the second.
All right. What is one thing you would like the world to know?
Okay. Um, One thing that I would like the world to know is that the government fucking with the weather. We need to call them out about it because it's supposed to rain 10 days straight over the entire United States. Nobody is asking questions. And that is a problem. There's 50 states, motherfucker. There's no way it's supposed to rain over all 50 of them for 10 days straight. If you think they're not fucking with the weather, you tripping. We need to press these motherfuckers.
I love it. I love it. I I will say the reason nobody's asking questions is because all of them 10 states, all of them states are under drought conditions. We all need this rain. We are all looking the other way because we don't want the rain to stop just yet.
Hey, rain got chemicals in it, man. You go,
I mean,
you drink a
yeah.
cup of this rain water, you gonna be in your house shaking like a stripper.
I got well water.
That's funny. I got well water at my house too.
Yeah. I mean, it's filtered by gravel and dirt and all the stuff that filters water that's like supposed to make it safe.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I feel you,
But
but I ain't gonna lie. I got a little Brita filter joint on my sink to on the in the you know what I mean in
mhm.
the kitchen. You know what I mean? I'll drink the water from that joint, but most of the time I just buy bottles of water. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, I drink water out my tap. I do. I drink the water here. I'm,
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
you know,
So, a little taste of the nature out the well water, man.
yeah,
So you need.
exactly. It's I grew up on I grew up on well water from the south Anna River in Louisa County.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I mean, I know we were north of the power plant and all, north of the nuclear power plant, but still, like,
No, you don't have any extra fingers or toes. You're all right.
so, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so government's fucking with the weather.
Yeah,
And
100%.
honestly, if you ask me, it's about damn time.
It's about damn time. Yeah, if they gonna fuck with the weather, at least wait till December or something when it's -10 degrees. We could use 50, 60 degree days then.
I, yeah, no, I'm still just happy with the fact that we've got so much rain because, like, I really have been worried about the drought conditions around here. I've been worried that my well was gonna run dry this summer.
Yeah, nah, they got you. God looked out for you. He said, "Nah, we need you to have some water."
Yeah. Thanks, gods.
Yeah, government's fucking with the weather.
Okay, so the next question is, what is one misconception you'd like to clear up? What's one thing you think the world needs to is mistaken about and needs to get straight?
All right, a misconception that the world needs cleared up is that the shit you see in the movies is fake. Listen, these motherfuckers ain't dumb. They putting this shit in movies for you to see, so that way over time you become movies, TV, all this type of shit. They putting this shit in TV and things of this nature, so that way over time you become desensitized to it. So then when they finally show you that it's real, you won't overreact. Listen to me. They've been telling you that aliens ain't real since the 60s. Why the hell in 2018 did the government come tell us that aliens was real? Because they've been lying. This shit is all you've been seeing it in movies, Independence Day, all this type of shit. Trust me. TV, movies, all this type of things is used to desensitize you for when they show you something that you quote unquote ain't supposed to believe was real or wasn't real or stuff like this. Not just for entertainment. They're literally programming you. Get off YouTube, get off your phone, touch grass.
Yes. I like that too. Also, perfect ending. Get off YouTube, get off your phone, touch grass. Because this video is going to be up on YouTube.
Right? You just spent 2 hours with us, spend 2 hours on the interview with us, you know what I mean? But after that, get off your phone, get off YouTube, and go touch grass.
Actually, yes, do. Always go touch grass. It is... The internet is not a great place for your mind to live.
I know.
And I agree. They do show us a lot of stuff just to desensitize us to it. I think they do that with violence, with fascism, with hatred, with all these things, just to keep us normalized to it, so that we don't stand up and question it.
Exactly that.
Well, all right, Dre King, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Thank you, Chris in the 386. Thank you very much, Audra Rains, by the way. Great to see you here. I'm very happy to see you here. Thank you, Head Not Right. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Much love to all of you. Thank all of you lurkers. And now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all.